Hello everyone, Chuck here. How's it going? You know, at Christmas time, those little metal tins you see that's full of cookies, it can be shaped like Christmas trees, little Christmas wreaths, stars. Get the little colored sugar sprinkles on top of them, and some do, some don't. Some don't have the sprinkles. Some are nice little sugar cookies, some are kind of a little rich and buttery. Well, that's what we're making today. But we're making those Spritz butter cookies. Now the little ones you buy at Christmas time in the metal tins, they're great, don't get me wrong. I've ate my share of them, love them. These are so much better. What we got here before you, the ingredients to make them. We've got 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, a half a teaspoon of salt, which I've already got put in the flour back here. Right there, there's the flour. Then we got 1 cup of butter here that I'm going to soften up in the microwave a little bit. I just got it out a few moments ago, didn't give it time for it to soften. Then we got 1¼ cups of confectionate sugar, 2 eggs, but the only thing we're going to use out of is the yolks. I'll take the egg whites and I'll make me an omelet or something out of them. Then we got the almond extract. We're going to use let's go for a whole teaspoon of almond extract because I like that stuff. Then we got a full teaspoon of vanilla extract. So those are ingredients. First things first. The flour back in the back has the salt already sprinkled into it. We're going to sift it up real quick to get it all mixed in. Then we'll progress on. So let me get set up for the sifting. Be right back. Alright, we're going to sift some flour here. Now I know that's not a sift. Now you can actually get a real sift that you crank the little handle like old school, to sift all the flour. The main thing about it is you just don't want the chunks in the flour. You can use the strainer, it works just fine. I've been doing it for years. We're serving 2 purposes here. One, making sure the flour has no clumps or lumps or whatever you want to call it. Also, we're mixing in the salt too. So see how it just kind of sifts right through. So we got some lumps right there. See, it kind of breaks up as it hits the screen. And just keep shaking them all through. You get your finger down, just kind of break them up. It goes right through. There you go. Finally sifted flour. It's that easy. And see, if I don't use a bowl big enough, makes a mess back here too. Alright, next step on the agenda, we have softened butter. Like I told you at the beginning of the video, I had forgotten to set it out. So what I did, I put it in the microwave for about 20 seconds to soften it up. I didn't want it totally melted, I just want it softened. Then I'm going to pour the sugar in. Then what we do next, we're going to take the mixer. We're going to beat all this up till it's nice and, mixed in well together and softened. No, I'm not going to sit here and do it like this the whole time. Alright, I'm going to spare y'all a lot of noise. I'm going to mix this stuff up and be back with you in just a moment. Alright, looky yonder everybody. What we were after, that's the confectionate sugar and the butter. Took the electric mixer and keep running until it's all nice and creamy and mixed up like that. So now what we're going to do, we're going to start adding in the egg yolks, which I've already cracked the eggs and separated the yolks. Drop it in. Almond extract. There we go with that. Then the vanilla extract. Then what excuse me. Then what we're going to do, add a little bit of the sifted ingredients, the flour and the salt. Put a little bit in right there first. Then I'm going to mix it up some, add some more until I get it all mixed in. So now I'm going to save y'all some noise again, so I'll be right back. Alright, I've already got the first round mixed in. I'm going to break this the sifted flour, the salt, breaking it up into 3 rounds. Got the first round mixed in. You see how the batter's starting to get a little bit thicker. Now I'm going to mix in the second round. Be right back. Alright, that's the second round mixed in. See how crumbly it's starting to look? But even though it still does pack like it should, but it's starting to get that crumbly look. So now what we're going to do, there's the rest of it. Alright, I'm going to blend this in. Be right back. Okay, round 3 all mixed in. Look, shakes around like it's all dry, doesn't it? But look at that. This kind of packs together. It's going to be some good cookie right there now. So, alright, let me get my cookie sheet set up. I've already got the oven preheated. The oven is preheated for 400 degrees. And I just need to get my cookie sheet out and get it prepped up and ready to roll. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. Okay, everyone. I guess you probably was expecting them to be all pretty shapes and stuff. Well, I thought about it. But I've never really made them like this before. Just kind of pat them out and see how they turn out. Here you go. It's an experiment. See how they work. Oven is preheated to 400 degrees now. I fix to slide these babies in the oven. They'll be in there for about, I don't know, 5 to 8 minutes or so. We'll pull them out and see how they taste. See y'all in just a moment. Look at there, everybody. They're out of the oven, sitting on the cooling rack. And I can tell you already they're good because I've had a couple. My son come in here and there went 3 right off the top. Don't know if you noticed or not, before I put them in the oven, I had 2 different kinds of cookie sheets. One of them had an air core bottom. One of them was a standard, stamped steel cookie sheet. When you use the air core bottoms, let me grab it real quick and I'll show you. This is what the top of it looks like. But the bottom, if you see the dimples, what's called air bake. It says air bake right there across the bottom of them. When you see the dimples, what you've got is actually 2 layers of metal. And when it bakes, the radiant heat from your cooking elements is hitting the bottom layer here, but this layer is not getting a radiant heat. It's getting a convection heat. So what happens, these nice white pretty ones right here, those are from the air bake cookies. Air bake cookie sheet. All even color, top and bottom. These on the other hand, nice. That actually ain't too bad. It's got a light brown bottom on it. A little brown there. A little darker brown here. That's from the standard cookie sheets. This is from the air bake. Let me show you an extreme one here. See, this one right here is from the regular cookie sheet. These are actually, this one, the cookie sheet batch was actually in the oven for about 8 minutes. It's kind of inconsistent from front to back as far as the cooking, as far as how brown the bottoms were. That's just the nature of a standard cookie sheet. And it was actually on the top rack instead of being on the bottom, so therefore it was further away from the element. Now the air bake pan was on bottom rack, closer to the oven element, so therefore it was getting more of the radiant heat. But because the cookies themselves were getting convection heat because the 2-layered bottom, they come out a better color. Very good cookies. These things are really good. One thing I also want to point out too, because of the air bake bottoms, of that air bake cookie sheet, these actually took about 12 minutes to finish. Again, because it's not getting a direct heat straight to the bottom of it like these cookies do for their standard cookie sheet. It's not getting direct heat to the bottom of them. They're getting that nice, even flowed convection heat. It did take them a little bit longer to cook, so these were actually in there for about 12 minutes or so. But let me tell you something. Check it out. Nice, soft, nice even. I mean, they're just. Light buttery taste, sweet. They just kind of, when they hit your mouth, they're a little crunchy at first, but they just kind of fall apart and melt from there. These cookies rock. They're good. Okay, so the not as pretty is if I would put them through the cookie press. But you know what? I'll do the cookie press thing some other day. I just wanted cookies. It didn't have to be pretty. So anyway, there you go. I told you how to make them. These things rock. I even gave you a cooking tip about the difference between the air bake bottoms and the regular cookie sheets. Again, I'll show you the air bake. Standard top like right here. Tap on it, you kind of hear that hollow sound. It'll say air bake right here on most of them. Not all of them do, but your dead giveaway. See these dimples? That allows the bottom layer and the cooking layer here not to contact. It just kind of keeps them apart. Therefore, the cookie gets a convection heat here instead of a radiant heat. So, anyway, there you go. Told you how to do it. Showed you what it took to do it. If you like my cookies and they taste good, or if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. And please feel free at the bottom, leave some comments. How would you make your cookies? How do you do it? You got any cooking tips you'd like to share with everybody? Please feel free to do that. I would totally encourage that. So anyway, everyone, thanks for checking out my video. Remember, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and everyone have a great day. See y'all. Peace out. See ya.